Y'all might be thinking the Cowboys' 2025 campaign is circling the bowl, dragging along at a rough 3-6 after that gut-wrenching fall to the Eagles, leaving every one of us barking at our TVs about busted coverages and whiffs on tackles. But pump the brakes. Jerry Jones just dropped a stunner that's got the entire league in chatter. In this breakdown, I'm laying out how snagging Justin Simmons, that two-time Pro Bowl safety who just hit the open market, is the jolt this team desperately needed to rescue the season and flip the tone of our defense. As someone who's bled silver and blue since the old Amon Carter days, grilling in the parking lot and studying every snap like it's gospel, believe me when I tell you this isn't smoke. It's legit, straight from deep Texas roots. And here's the twist. There's a sneaky clause in this move tied to Micah Parsons' contract saga that could either launch us toward a playoff shot or leave us stranded. Stick with me, because the way this connects back to Jerry's newest remarks is wild. And hey, where's Cowboys Nation tuning in from? Drop your city so we can see where our star's shining loudest. Anyway, let's get into the real story behind this major shakeup. Cowboys news today exploded after the front office made its move for Justin Simmons as soon as the trade deadline haze cleared. You remember how we were desperate to tighten up that porous secondary? Well, after grabbing Quinnen Williams from the Jets to anchor the defensive front and pulling in Logan Wilson from the Bengals to stabilize the linebackers, Jerry wasn't tapping out. Not even close. He went ahead and locked down Simmons, a seasoned 31-year-old with 30 career interceptions, 6 of them just last year with Denver before he hit free agency. This isn't some worn-out veteran clinging to past glory. The man still reads offenses like a book and has that ball-snatching killer instinct that frustrates quarterbacks. League insiders like Adam Schefter reported Dallas beat out both the Eagles and Panthers for him, wrapping it up with a one-year prove-it deal around $8 million, with bonuses for picks and snap count. The whole thing unfolded fast. News broke on November 5th, barely days after the deadline, adding to a stretch of Cowboys roster moves that already had fans shredding their nerves. But why strike now? Because our safety unit, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, has been up and down all year, surrendering chunk plays way too often. And with W.A. Thomas stuck on the non-football illness list, depth was paper thin, drier than a summer creek out in West Texas. The signing landed right after Jerry Jones stood at a presser and plainly said, "We're not tanking. We're building for now and for what's next." The latest Cowboys updates backed it up. Simmons was already on the field by November 7th, working into drills and settling into the scheme ahead of the showdown with the Raiders. On the other hand, this whole move feels like a throwback to those glory years, like when we reeled in Deion Sanders back in '95 to clamp down the secondary and carry home the Lombardi. It's that same kind of big, fearless Texas-style swing that's got Cowboys rumors and headlines spinning nonstop. Did the front office shell out too much for a seasoned vet? Or is this the ignition switch that jumpstarts a Cowboys revival? Just imagine it, Simmons lining up with Trayvon Diggs, creating turnovers that tilt games in our favor. But hold up, there might be more beneath the surface. What if this decision triggers a domino effect with our cap situation? And here's where the real concern kicks in for us fans, glued to every bit of Dallas Cowboys news. Truth be told, our secondary has been a full-on weakness, bleeding yards like a busted seed, giving up over 250 passing yards a game and sitting dead last in the league against the pass. The push for a Cowboys secondary overhaul had been deafening after injuries stacked up and young players like Israel Mukamu struggled to keep things glued together. Think back to that matchup with the Eagles where Jalen Hurts ripped us apart for 3 touchdowns. That's the sting. All that frustration simmering as we watch another season's promise slip like sand through fingers, echoing those gut-punch playoff endings from the McCarthy years. Analysts over on Fox Sports have hammered the same point. Without veteran voices in the backfield, we've had blown coverage calls, busted responsibilities, and not a single interception over the last 3 games. Then, layer in the swirling whispers about Micah Parsons' contract standoff. He's chasing a monster payday north of $35 million annually, and the stalemate has been stirring tension behind closed doors. Jerry Jones' newest remarks didn't exactly calm the storm either. Instead of clarity, he sidestepped it with, "We're handling it internally," while fans worry the drama could rattle the entire defense. And then